This was such a bad game. 20-6 is your final score. Buccaneers defeat the Titans. Oh my gosh. You're watching Titans Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Jace Andrews, and I don't know if I can pick one thing good that happened in this game. The O-line played terrible. The defensive secondary played bad. And Will Levis didn't look that good. The stats, though, well, they're not amazingly bad, to put it that way. Kyle Phillips was the leading receiver again, second game in a row. He did that against the Steelers. Will Levis, only 199 yards, and he had 19 for 39. Baker played well, 2 touchdowns, only the 1 interception. Mike Evans went off, and he had 2 drops, by the way. So, I don't know where to start with this, to be quite honest with you. This game was supposed to be a game to see Levis in his full starting role, to see him come out and play better than Tannehill. And he didn't get a fair shot. There's a lot of things to go into that, and we'll kind of talk about why he exactly didn't get a fair shot and what I'm thinking about this and what to do going forward. Now you're 3-6 and last place in the AFC South by a pretty decent margin. But let's first look at the total overall game. So at one point, the Buccaneers were tripling up the Titans in total yards. It was 300 to 104 at one point. Luckily, the Titans were able to come back. And yardage, not anywhere else. First downs were pretty even. Penalties, neither here nor there. And what's funny is the Buccaneers at one point had only 5 minutes of possession time, while the Titans had 13. Now, you see there, Buccaneers ended with the positive on the possession time. Let's take a break. Everybody. We need your help because this game needs everybody to come together. We need you to like this video for a bounce back win from the Titans. This was not a good game. And it really just boils down to that the O-line was bad. His entire team just wasn't ready to play is what it seemed like. So if you want to get them hyped up, want to see them play better, well then like today's video. We really appreciate it. It's also free and supports the channel every single way. Okay, the Titans offense with the Buccaneers was just abysmal. The fact that there was only 16 carries when you have a guy named Derrick Henry is just wild. In fact, a lot of those went to Tajay Spears anyway. The 1 interception sucks, but honestly, at that point, the game was kind of in a bad place. And then 209 yards of offense is just not acceptable in any straight of way. It starts with Will Levis, I think, because he didn't play his best. But at the same time, I don't think he was given a fair shot. Now, what do you mean? What do you mean, Jace? What do you mean he wasn't given a fair shot? Well, Tim Kelly was calling the plays, and they weren't the greatest. The O-line couldn't block worth crap for the entire game. In fact, Levis got hit 15 times. Got freaking speared in the stomach one time because his O-line can't block. And on top of which, and this one's more on Levis, he didn't find DeAndre Hopkins nearly enough. Hopkins only had 3 receptions. Kyle Phillips was again the leading receiver, and I don't understand that. Phillips should be a guy who's in the top 3, but leading receiver back-to-back weeks after DeAndre Hopkins had 127 yards and 3 touchdowns in Levis' first start. You got to throw it to Diop more, man. It's really just kind of baffling when you look at all this. How in the world the Titans played this bad? Because they shouldn't be. I think they may be a better team than the Buccaneers, but they did not play that way. So, kind of presented the facts. Tim Kelly didn't call a good game. Offensive line didn't play well. Secondary didn't play well. Who is to blame for this loss? Is it Tim Kelly? Is it the straight offense? Is it maybe the offensive line? I just don't know who is to blame for this loss. Let me know in the comment section of today's video because it baffles me. Everyone is me. I think everyone's to blame. Mainly the offense, and probably more specific, the offensive line. They couldn't block worth crap for the entire game. In fact, Will Levis just kept getting hit and had no time. He had to throw the ball away multiple times. There was never a single down where he was able to have a clean pocket for more than 10 seconds. More than 5 seconds. It's just this offense, and on top of which, you have the O-line struggles. And then you also mentioned that Derrick Henry only had 11 carries. This guy is top 3, top 4, top 5 in the NFL every single year in rushing yards. And you're not giving him more than 11 carries in a game that you need him? I mean, I understand you got down late, but that doesn't excuse the fact that he didn't get carries early. I love Tajay Spears. I think he's going to be a great RB2, but he's an RB2. He's not RB1. Derrick Henry is, and you don't know how much longer you're going to have him. And you got to use him right. When he has a long of 8, that also doesn't help because the line didn't block. Now, I understand the line didn't block, and so that's partially why Derrick Henry didn't play well. But you got to play better than this, and you got to give him the ball more. I wish they would have given the ball more because then my prize picks would have hit. Make sure you go check out Prize Picks at prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. Now, it's a skill-based real money daily fantasy sports game, and with basketball season here, you can start to put more on Prize Picks with combo projections across the NBA and NFL. There's my picks, and that's why I'm so frustrated. I wanted Derrick Henry to get the more. I mean, it didn't matter because Levis didn't get his more. Baker did get the 2 touchdowns, but my entry is just bad. If you're watching this, go put in some entries on Sunday Night Football. Go put in some entries on Monday Night Football tomorrow. There's a lot of entries you can go put in. Make sure you go do that. Prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. Quick withdrawals and easy gameplay and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Okay, the top 3 receivers were not at all what I expected. Kyle Phillips leads all, which is the second game in a row. He did that in the Steelers. And then Tajay Spears is the second leading receiver with 4 receptions for 42 yards. DeAndre Hopkins goes for 3 for 27. Hopkins needs more catches, man. I love Tajay. I think he's going to be a great guy for the Titans moving forward. But I don't know if he should be getting this much attention early. I like his receiving game, but he's taking away carries from Henry every now and then. Which leads us to, again, Tim Kelly just needs to be better. This play calling was lackluster, boring, easy, predictable. It just wasn't good in any facet. You have a play here where it's a screen that works, and then you never go back to it for 4 quarters. You go deep one time, you have the guy open, it's a little overthrown, you never go deep again. Like, it's just so mundane of a calling, and I don't get it. You have players all around, and honestly, it's kind of one guy I want to look at that I think should be more involved in this offense, and that's Okonkwo, the tight end, 3 receptions, 27 yards today. He had a couple of targets besides that he should have caught. In fact, a touchdown that he dropped. I want to see him more involved. He looked good today, and he was around the ball a lot. But to Okonkwo's credit, or maybe to his discredit, he's got to catch the ball better. He's got to be better about making sure that stays in his hands. He's dropped a bunch of passes today. I want to see him more. All right, the next 5 games don't get easier. You have the Jaguars, who are now going to be pissed. They just lost to the 49ers 34-3. So you get to face a pissed-off Jaguars fans. Then you get the Panthers. And if you can't beat the Panthers, I don't know what to tell you. Colts beat the Patriots today, but the Patriots are bad. And then Dolphins and Texans. Dolphins and Texans both look good. Yeah, you'd be lucky to go 2-3 the way this team is playing. I don't know what to expect from the season anymore. For the longest time, I thought, okay, Will Levis is in, he's going to be the guy. But I don't know if anybody's going to be the guy with this offensive line. I don't know if anybody can come in here and step in and go win any of these games. Panthers is a must-win, just for confidence to Levis to go in there. I mean, that's a rookie quarterback on rookie quarterback. Could you have Bryce Young and Will Levis? So, man, I appreciate if you made it to the end. And I know if you were at the watch party, I'm sorry that it just wasn't up to happiness, expectations, and excitement level. It's not been a good day on all facets. Obviously, you can hear my voice. Titans have caused me a lot of trouble today. We appreciate those of you at the end of the video. Make sure you are subscribed. We're putting out Titans content every single day, and tomorrow we're going to go ham on this overreactions because there's a lot that we could talk about. We appreciate you as always, and no matter what, tighten up.